of us don't know what cloud computing is all about. Well, please go back to to what cloud computing is. Please go back to the first slide. Before now, most of us don't know what cloud computing is all about. But right now, I would like to bring it to your notice about cloud computing, about what cloud computing is. So cloud computing is simply a term that is used to describe a network of computers, operating program, and applications that run on connected servers instead of a local machine. Cloud computing can be considered as a virtual hosting solution. It is a setup whereby software, data storage, and processing power are provided for a decentralized remote location. So basically, cloud computing is just like a safe house where we put in informations, and we are sure that it cannot be tampered unless we give out informations regarding our data or our informations. Please, next slide, please. So I'll be talking about the types of cloud computing. On this slide, I'm showing the two basic type of cloud computing, which are the deployment type of cloud computing and the service type of cloud computing. Just like we know, there are different models of cloud computing, and a single model is not fit for all. As per business nature, several different models, types, and services have evolved. So I'll be running you through on the two major types, which also have in them just like a box with different items. In these two types, we have different major types of cloud computing. So next slide, please. The deployment type of cloud services is the public. We have the public cloud, we have the private cloud, we have the hybrid cloud. On this one, I'm showing you the first one, which is the public cloud, which is the third-party cloud service provider. As in the third-party cloud provider, the service provider own this. Their computing resources, such as server and storage, are delivered over the internet. This public type of cloud is owned by some vendors, just like AWS, MS Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. Just most of us have been aware of, we've been coming across this word, AWS, and we don't know much about AWS. AWS is simply Amazon Web Services. So these people own this public cloud where major public information are being stored. The next slide, please. The private cloud refers to the cloud computing resources that are exclusively used by a single business or an organization. A private cloud can be located in an organization on-site data center. And these private clouds are basically like Microsoft's OpenStack, Red Hat, Dell EMC. So just like we have there in the diagram, we can also see how it's been shown. Private cloud is basically for just individuals or business organizations. So that's basically what private cloud is. Next slide, please, which is the hybrid cloud. As the name suggests, hybrid cloud combines third-party public fog, and one premise private cloud. Here, the data and application can be moved between private and public clouds. A hybrid cloud provides more flexibility, more deployment option, and optimizes the existing infrastructure, security, and compliance for business. As mentioned earlier, as per your business nature, several different deployment models, types, and services have evolved. So this is basically for the deployment type of cloud computing. Just like I mentioned, the private, public, and hybrid. These are the ones that are inside the box of deployment cloud computing. Next slide, please. Sorry, I'm just going to rush into because I have just limited time. So the next one is the service. The second type of cloud computing is the service type of cloud services. Here we have the infrastructure as a service, LEES. It is a computing and infrastructure service which is provisioned and managed over the internet. Infrastructure as a service can be scaled up and down as per requirement. It avoids the capital investments required for buying and managing physical servers and other infrastructures. So this is basically what infrastructure as a service is. It's just all about documentation, infrastructure, software, operating, and all that you can take off. So let me please move to the next slide. Let me talk about the next one, which is PaaS. Platform as a service. It is a complete deployment and a deployment environment in the cloud. You can purchase resources from the cloud service provider as a pay-as-you-go basis. Platform as a service include LES, IaaS, middleware, deployment tools, buy services, database management systems, and more. It eliminates the hassle of buying expensive software licenses and orchestrating them. So this is basically what platform as a service is in the service type of computing. On the next slide, which is SaaS, SaaS, system as a service. Yeah, software as a service provides a complete software solution that you can purchase on a pay-as-you-go basis. It allows a user to connect to and use cloud-based applications over the internet. Released software and hardware are managed with appropriate SLA, which is service level agreement by the cloud service provider. So I've run us through the major types of cloud computing, just like we've seen in those major type of cloud computing, which is the service and deployment type of cloud computing. I also have subtypes. We've seen that cloud computing is basically a very big business and something that we need to look into, just like we are even doing. Yeah, at Beamcom, we are involving in cloud computing. Whatever activity we do now, it's just based on this environment. So please, can we move to the next slide? Yeah, in the service cloud computing, you also have the serverless, just like I mentioned earlier, the first three are the major types, but in the same services, in the same service type, cloud computing, we also have different types too, which are the serverless computing, cloud computing, and its different deployment models. dedicated IT support in-house, large servers, and data storage devices. Serverless computing enables the developers to build application faster and eliminates the need to manage the underlying infrastructure. It is so called because the tasks associated to the infrastructure provisioning and management are carried out by the cloud service provider. This is what serverless computing is. As you can see, it's just what it is. Move to the next slide, please. Just trying to rush up this presentation. Also have the software, security, performance, cost. All these are embedded in the service type of cloud computing. So the software, the security, these are also the features these are the features in the service type of cloud computing. Next slide, please. Okay, so we also have data storage, backup, and recovery. It's also like a department. So all of these types are just like departments in service type of cloud computing, creating, building, and testing applications, entertainment and social media, data analysis. All these are just like subtype, like departments in this type of cloud computing. The next slide, please. Yeah. So it's just too enormous. The types are just like too much, but just like I have just few time here, I can't just be talking about them one by one. I'm only going to like list them out and talk about them a little. In this same service type, we can also touch the banking sector because here the service type provides services for banking, which you can bank anywhere. You can bank anywhere mobilely. Like you don't have to be in the bank to do whatever you want to do whatever transaction you have to do. Because of this um, um, this
Elias, we can't hear you.
Elias, you are not audible. You need to restart your network again. Elias, you are not audible. Please restart your network again if you can hear us.
Peter, are you still there?
Alex, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
Michael, okay. Michael, can you just call him again so that you know that we can hear him?
All right, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, he said he got disconnected. That he's trying to join again.
Okay, not a problem.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I got disconnected. I'm sorry. So please skip to the next slide. So we are here on the misconception and facts about cloud. We have major sorry, misconception about cloud, which are the cloud providers can access all data, which in fact, all data and information stored in the cloud are encrypted. They are encrypted when it transits and also while stored. So basically, that's the wrong motive narrative that most people are having, which are not into this system of cloud computing. So the next one is cloud will reduce your control over your data and processes, which in fact cloud services are mostly used as a pay-as-go basis. This entitles you to scale your usage as per your requirements. Cloud solutions are prone to security breaches. It is risky and untested. Security is improved once migrated to the cloud. Cloud security is a full-time endeavor to cloud vendors. Cloud vendors are always working to improve their system security. Yeah, even though you have your information in the cloud, you just have to improve on your security because it can be hacked. So you need to, when keeping information in the cloud, you just have to like update your security system. Next one, please. Next slide. Transitioning to the cloud is an expensive and time-consuming process. Cloud migration is very easy, quick, and cost-effective, mostly because it saves money. Yeah, time and effort to buy new software, install and maintain it. So that's basically a true fact. So that idea about it being expensive is not correct. Although it only runs on your data, so it's not that so expensive to save things on the cloud.
We are
Cloud
very
services.
wrap up, please.
You see?
Time is against us. Can you wrap up?
Okay. Please can you skip to the next? No, go to the conclusion, please. So shortly, at large and small businesses are highly likely to implement public, private, or hybrid cloud into their business processes. Um, um, More and more LOTs are likely to be integrated into every sphere of life, including healthcare, transportation, banking, daily utilities, security, aviation, weather forecasting, etc. As for of now, the big players in cloud computing are Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, AWS, Web, Microsoft Azure, IBM Cloud. Several professional classification can be acquired in cloud computing, and the job market as of now is quite welcoming of the rightly interested talents. So this is basically what cloud is all about, and beginners can actually like adapt easily with this rundown that I've made. So um, I guess this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry for all the inconveniences.
Okay. Thank you very much, Elias. Peters. Because of time, we will not have the privilege of asking questions or answering questions. We are really behind schedule. Thank you very much for attending to this section. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you again. Thank you once again, Peter.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for,
Yeah.
thanks for rescheduling me.